First real paycheck. You open the banking app. The number on the screen is the biggest number that has ever had your name next to it. You stare at it for a moment. Then you do something you have never done before in the context of money. You smile. And the moment you smile, the upgrade begins. Not dramatically, not recklessly, just proportionally. Nicer apartment, 300 more a month. You deserve this. Better car, manageable payments. You've earned this. Restaurants where you stop looking at the right side of the menu. You've earned all of it. And for a moment, life feels exactly like the version you imagined when you were broke. Here's what nobody tells you about that moment. It lasts about 6 weeks. Because your brain doesn't experience upgrades as upgrades. It experiences them as normal, immediately. Picture this. The apartment that felt incredible in January? By March, your brain has quietly filed it under just where I live. Not a reward, not a treat, just home. Scientists call this hedonic adaptation. Your brain converts every joy into an expectation. You upgrade, you adapt. The joy disappears. You need to upgrade again. This is not a personal failure. This is a 200,000-year-old survival system now being used to make you feel like you need a slightly bigger kitchen. And somehow, despite earning more than ever, the account at the end of the month looks exactly like it did when you were broke, just with better furniture. This is mistake 1. And while it's happening, something quieter is already starting. Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding 10 tiny holes in your wallet, each one small enough to ignore, each one quietly draining while you sleep. That's your subscriptions. One for music, one for shows, one for different shows, one for working out. You will definitely use this one. One for meditating. You will open it exactly twice and feel genuinely good about yourself both times. One called Clarity Pro, $8.99 a month. You cannot remember signing up. You're slightly afraid to cancel it. You have never once used it. It does not care. Studies show the average person pays $219 a month in subscriptions. The average person guesses $86. The difference? $133 a month is just quietly leaving. Every month, while you sleep, while you work, while you pay for the meditation app you haven't opened since March. This is mistake 2. Not one big leak. Dozens of invisible ones that together cost more than a car payment, and you never feel any of them, which is exactly why they work. But here's where things get genuinely uncomfortable. 6 months in, the apartment is nice, the car is good, the subscriptions are humming, life feels proportional. Then, something breaks. Picture this. Opens their phone. Car repair, $1,400. They open their banking app. $900. That cold, specific, everything slows down feeling is experienced by 57% of Americans when facing a $1,000 unexpected expense. Not people who are struggling, people with real jobs, real salaries, real apartments they upgraded 6 months ago. Because the upgrade ate the floor. Picture 2 people on a tightrope. Same height, same distance, same wind. One has a safety net below. One doesn't. Same tightrope, completely different walk. The one with the net, calm, deliberate, breathable normally. The one without, hands shaking. Every small wobble feels like the end. 3 months of expenses and savings is not just a number. It is the difference between making decisions from clarity and making decisions from the edge of a tightrope with nothing below you. This is mistake 3. And it quietly becomes the engine behind every mistake that comes after it. Here's how. Picture a street. Everyone on it looks successful. Nice clothes, nice cars, nice everything. Now picture what's inside their bank accounts. A study tracked thousands of people and measured 2 things: how wealthy they looked, how wealthy they actually were. The people who looked the most successful, nicest cars, best apartments, most impressive everything, had, on average, less than 2 months of savings. The people who looked completely ordinary, average cars, average apartments, nothing remarkable, had a net worth 12 times higher. 12 times. Everyone on that street was watching everyone else, spending to match what they saw, keeping up, with people who had nothing to keep up with. An entire generation performing wealth for an audience that was performing it back. Nobody was winning. For an audience that was performing it back, nobody was winning. Everyone was just paying for the show. This is mistake 4. The most expensive opinion you will ever pay for is a stranger's impression of your car. Wow. And while the performance is happening, something else is being quietly skipped. One question. When did you plan to start investing? Next month? Next month when things settle? Next month when there's a little more left over? Picture this, both 25. Person A starts investing $300 a month today. Person B waits just 5 years, starts at 30. Same amount, same return, same everything. At 60, person A, $990,000. Person B, $540,000. 5 years of waiting, $450,000 gone. Not lost in a crash, not stolen, not spent on anything, just never created, because next month kept becoming next month. This is mistake 5, the quietest one. Nothing bad happens today. Nothing bad happens this month. The bill arrives 30 years later, when next month finally runs out. And here's the part that should genuinely stop you. Every mistake in this video, the upgrade, the invisible drain, the missing floor, the performance, the endless next month, you knew about all of them. Not the exact numbers, not the specific studies, but some version of this you had heard before, multiple times, and still. So the question isn't why people don't know better. The question is, why does knowing better almost never change anything? Princeton researchers found the answer, and it changes how you see everything you just heard. Financial stress, even mild uncertainty, reduces cognitive function by the equivalent of 13 IQ points. The stress of not having enough literally impairs the thinking needed to fix the problem. Picture someone trying to solve a math problem, while another person keeps tapping their shoulder every 5 seconds. That's your brain trying to make good financial decisions without a floor, which means the missing floor creates stress. The stress clouds thinking. The clouded thinking leads to worse decisions. The worse decisions eat the floor further, round and round. You weren't making bad decisions because you were bad at decisions. You were making bad decisions because the floor was gone. And the floor was gone because of mistake 3, which happened because of mistake 1, which felt completely reasonable at the time. The mistakes weren't random. They were a chain. And now, finally, let's look at the chain directly. Back to the race, running full speed, eyes forward, arms pumping, completely focused. But here's what none of them can see from inside the race. They're not on a track. They're on a treadmill, running faster and faster, going absolutely nowhere. The upgrades don't move you forward. They move the baseline up. The subscriptions don't add comfort. They subtract it quietly. The performance doesn't build wealth. It spends it on an audience that isn't watching. The next month never arrives. It just reschedules itself. And the cruelest part? From the outside, a treadmill looks exactly like a race. Everyone around you seems to be running, so you run too, faster, more breathless, and the finish line stays exactly as far away as when you started. But here's the thing about treadmills. There's a button. The button isn't discipline. Discipline runs out. It isn't motivation. Motivation disappears the moment something goes on sale. It isn't a budget you'll follow for 2 weeks and then abandon quietly like a gym membership in February. It's one decision, made once, before the paycheck arrives. Not, I'll save what's left. There is never anything left. The lifestyle always expands to consume exactly what's available. This is not a character flaw. This is physics. The decision is this: move money before you see it, before your brain processes it, before your lifestyle knows it exists, before next month gets its hands on it. Automatic, invisible, already gone. And here's what happens. You adapt. The same brain that adapted to every single upgrade adapts to the smaller number, normalizes it, builds around it, stops noticing it by month 3, because brains adapt to whatever feels normal. You have been using that against yourself for years. Now use it for yourself. Everyone enters their 20s believing the hard part is over. And in some ways, they're right. The broke years were genuinely hard. The uncertainty was exhausting. The mental math before every purchase, that was a specific kind of tired that never fully goes away. But the 20s come with a different kind of hard. The kind that feels like a reward. The kind that comes with applause. The kind that everyone around you is doing too, so it can't possibly be wrong. No one warns you about the mistakes that feel like progress. The apartment that felt like arriving. The car that felt like success. The subscriptions that felt like comfort. The performance that felt like confidence. The next month that felt like a plan. They all felt fine. Meanwhile, the businesses built around your 20s were counting on exactly that feeling. They built entire industries around one assumption, that you would feel first and think second. And here's the truth that none of those businesses want you to know. The 5 mistakes in this video are not design flaws in the system. They are the system. Designed, tested, refined, on millions of people before you walked through the door. Which means the person who sees the chain isn't just making better financial decisions. They're doing something those systems were specifically built to prevent. Go open your banking app. Find the subscriptions. Look at the floor. Check what you invested this month. Not to feel bad, to see the chain. Because here's the thing about chains. They only work when you can't see them.